Emotional reasoning is a cognitive distortion where an individual bases their view of a situation or themselves on their feelings, rather than on objective reality. Essentially, it's the belief that if I feel it, it must be true. Here are some common examples that many of us fall into. Feeling inadequate at work. You feel like you're not good enough for your job, so you believe you must be incompetent, despite positive feedback and successful accomplishments. Social anxiety. You feel anxious about attending a party and conclude that if you're feeling this way, the experience will definitely be bad and people won't like you. Fear of failure. You're scared of failing at a new venture, so you take this as a sign that you will fail and that it's not worth trying. Parenting doubts. As a parent, you often feel overwhelmed and exhausted, leading you to believe that you must be a bad parent, ignoring all the care and support you provide. Relationship insecurity. You frequently feel jealous or insecure in your relationship, and you interpret these feelings as evidence that your partner doesn't love you or is unfaithful. Health concerns. You feel like something might be wrong with your health, so you become convinced that you must be seriously ill, even in the absence of medical evidence. Imposter syndrome. You feel like a fraud in your professional role, leading you to believe that you're not truly qualified, despite your education, experience, and skills. Depressive thoughts. During periods of sadness, you might feel worthless or hopeless and take these feelings as the truth about your life, rather than recognizing them as symptoms of your mood. Performance anxiety. You feel extremely nervous before a performance or presentation and conclude that this means you will perform poorly, despite your preparation and practice. Loneliness and social belonging. You feel lonely and conclude that this means you are unlikable or that nobody cares about you, rather than considering situational factors or the commonality of such feelings. Emotional reasoning. Seeking solutions. Here are some steps you can take to challenge emotional reasoning. Recognize and acknowledge emotions. Be aware of your emotions and recognize when they are influencing your thoughts and decision-making. Understanding your emotional state allows you to evaluate your reasoning more objectively. Cultivate self-awareness. Develop a practice of self-reflection and introspection to understand the underlying reasons behind your emotional responses. Consider whether past experiences, biases, or personal beliefs might be affecting your reasoning process. Seek different perspectives. Engage with diverse viewpoints and opinions. Actively listen to others' perspectives, even if they differ from your own. This helps broaden your understanding and enables more balanced reasoning. Gather information and evidence. Make an effort to collect relevant information and evidence before making judgments or decisions. Relying on facts, data, and research can help counteract emotional biases and ensure a more informed approach. Consider the long-term consequences. Emotional reasoning often focuses on immediate gratification or short-term emotions. Shift your perspective and consider potential long-term outcomes and implications of your decisions. Challenge cognitive distortions. Emotional reasoning can be fueled by cognitive distortions, such as overgeneralization or catastrophizing. Challenge these distortions by examining evidence to the contrary or seeking alternative interpretations of situations. Develop critical thinking skills. Enhance your critical thinking abilities to evaluate arguments, assess evidence, and identify logical fallacies. Practice mindfulness and emotional regulation. Cultivate mindfulness techniques to become more aware of your emotions in the present moment. Take time for reflection. Avoid making impulsive decisions based solely on emotional reasoning. Allow yourself time to reflect, analyze the situation, and consider alternative viewpoints before coming to a conclusion. In each of these examples, the person is mistaking their emotional state for reality, leading to distorted conclusions and often exacerbating negative emotions. Recognizing and challenging emotional reasoning involves questioning the validity of conclusions drawn solely from feelings and considering objective evidence,